Hello and welcome to True Audio with Johnny Truesdale. This is episode 26, Pro Tools Space Plugin. So what is the Space Plugin? Well, it's an impulse response plugin. So it makes reverbs and cabinet emulations based on real spaces. I'll do an episode later on how to make impulse response reverbs, but for now I'm just going to show you how to download it, show you how to take put things into the impulse response library in that. So a little history on Space. It started off as a plugin called PL Space. It used to cost somewhere between, I think, $350 and $500. I've had it for quite some time now, about 7 years, so I do have a lot of experience with it. It is a great plugin and it is a great addition to Pro Tools 12.2. So without further ado, here's Space. Alright, here we are in Pro Tools, and I have opened that Great Fard session that I normally bring up, and I'm just gonna put Space on the drums, but you can put it on anything. It's, like I said, it's an impulse response reverb. It's off of real spaces and sampled things like the EMT 140 right here. So let me play the drums here so you can hear. I only have it on the snare, by the way. So here it is completely dry. Now let me put some of this EMT 140. This comes with Space, by the way, and I'm going to show you how to download those in a second here. So here it is with the EMT 140 reverb on it. It's a little high. I don't know if I would mix this high, but it gives you an idea of what it sounds like. So here we go. So that's just one of the many reverbs that it has. It has some churches. It has different rooms and chambers. It has some post-production effects like a car, like a van, and a kitchen. There's images that are up here that are available on some of them. Then it shows you the actual reverb in audio form, what it looks like. And you can add your own pictures and so forth and so on if you would like. It has your standard controls down here. It has your levels, your input, your output, your early and your late reflections. It has your delays, your pre-delay, your late delay, a wet-dry balance, and a decay here. It has controls for your early reflections, as well as the reverb, equalization, width, and it also has some stuff for the decay. So you have a lot of control over it. With a lot of impulse responses, the size adjustment is a little bit tricky. It generally doesn't sound as good when you adjust the size. It's better to pick one and leave the size alone, but you can EQ them, and you can do some pretty great stuff with this. So this is basically, over here is how you get to them. You navigate over here and you shape them over here. I'm running it on an aux over to a reverb right here directly in Pro Tools, the normal way that you run most reverbs. So let me show you guys something else here. I want to show you how you can go and get this stuff. So at the homepage for Space is at www.avid.com/us/products/space. You could see it up here. I'll zoom in on that so you can see that. And this gives you the basic overview. It gives you the features. Okay. One of the things that you might want to note is right here, 44, 48, 88, and 96, up to 96. Okay. Probably very few of you go higher than 96. I wouldn't recommend it anyway. I'll save that for another video, why, but just remember, it only goes up to 96. And Also on this page are the downloads. They also have the impulse response library that you can click on. Now, how can you get to some of this stuff? You can just search Avid Space and this will come up. Again, that's the web address that I told you. Now, what you could do is, over here I don't have the rooms downloaded properly. So let me go and go to the impulse response library here. Okay, so I'm going to go to that. And that is under US Products Space Impulse Response Library. Again, I will zoom in on this. And I'm going to go down and I'm going to get the rooms here. So Core Effects Rooms, post-production here. Springs, digital reverbs, post-production effects, tiny spaces, springs. I'm just giving you an overview of all of them here. Core post-production rooms. Okay, let me get the let's see here. I'm going to get this rooms one right here. So I'm going to download that one, and you'll see that they're not very big. Okay, so why this is downloading, let me show you something. This where they're located, okay, is on your Macintosh hard drive, your main drive. Okay, it'll be users shared. Let me break it out like this. Users shared Avid space impulse responses. This is where they go by default. So again, your main hard drive, users shared Avid space impulse responses. This is the default path that they go. Okay, so I'm going to go back to that and I'm going to go get this core rooms post-production and I'll move it over to there and I'll open it up, and this is the package here, and I'll put it over here. And now I'm going to load it in over here. All right. So install a space IR package. I'm going to navigate to where I put it. Users shared Avid space impulse responses. Here it goes. Rooms and post-production version 1.0. Install. And it installed it. Package was installed. And there you go. Now I have a bunch of different plugins under rooms. Now, and if you go back, if I go back to here, you'll see under well, I guess it didn't load it in there, but it's loaded. I put it in that folder just to make sure. Again, it's not a very big file, so you don't really need to put it on an external drive. It's really not going to help you too much. It's not a huge drive hog, and it's not really going to do that. You can if you like, but I wouldn't recommend it. The files aren't really that big, and they don't get that big. Impulse responses are generally smaller. So that's all I got for this week. I will go over in the future. I will go over making an impulse response and what you need to make your own. You can make your own rooms. You could take things like parking garages, things like that. It's actually very simple. So that's all I have for this week, and I'll see you guys next week.